Yeah, nice to meet you again. And welcome back. Today we are going to take a look at aircraft carrier from Ironblood. Funnily enough, she is based on a real ship and a real character in this game. But she first time appeared in the special event called Escape from the Port. You see, the aircraft carrier from Ironblood, she is a Chan version. Graf Zeppelin, but in this she is named Zeppy. Of course, Zeppy is the I had difficulties to find the right words because in Escape from the Port event, while Zeppy, Hiei, Akagi, and Belfast-chan, and then the was there other one? Was there Helena? Anyway, the first Zeppy-san version is from the Akashi experiment. Akashi was doing some kind of experiment with the cubes, and for some god knows how, she created accidentally a smaller version from the original ones. And Graf Zeppelin is one of them, and her name is Zeppy. As for the Graf Zeppelin, there is a original video in the playlist, and I leave it there, the history. But Zeppy's history is basically in Azur Lane. Basic is creation from Akashi experiment, escape from the port event, based on that story. But anyway, Zeppy, reduced version from Graf Zeppelin, but does she actually go toe-to-toe with the our lovely mother Graf Zeppelin, or will she go below to her? Let's find out. First are the skills. Of course, here in the screen are different compared to ones in the wiki because all thing fleet technology and all that jazz changes and affects the total results, all that jazz. So, her level in 125 is 7142. She has firepower stats, which original Graf Zeppelin does not have, some god reason, is 177, aviation 381, AA 314, that's Ironblood standard, unfortunate. Then reload is 112, evasion 57, speed 33, her armor is medium, so something like a probably sap and AP can do some nasty damage to Zeppy. Her accuracy is 87, luck is 45, and her oil cost is 12. Now I have the separate screen over here, and if I want to compare Zeppy and Zeppelin between each other, in an HP way, Graf Zeppelin is dominating Zeppy with 500 HP and probably 50 aviation points, and then 10 or 12 more AA bonus, then reload is astonishingly above 10 points. There, well, okay, Zeppy's evasion is 57, while Graf Zeppelin is 52. Zeppy's accuracy is reduced with 3 points. Their luck is same. And Zeppy is cheaper to run. However, the differences between the two is the slots. So, here, Zeppy, of course, have 5% lesser efficiency on her fighters, because Graf Zeppelin is 120, while Zeppy's is 115. 5% differences is kind of big deal, I heard, but we'll leave it to the expertise. And fighter slot, Zeppy has 3 planes, fighters, while the Zeppelin gets only 2, which is a impressive downgrade. But Zeppy and Graf Zeppelin die bomber efficiency is 113. They are equals. They have 3 die bombers. And here is how Zeppy is different compared to Graf Zeppelin. In Zeppy case, her third slot is an auxiliary weapon. Once you finally fully limit break her, she has 2 secondary guns and 2 die bombers in her third slot. And of course she has no access on torpedo bombers, which is a little bit unfortunate, but reasons we do not know. And she gets 2 die bombers. This is what makes her completely different compared to the Graf Zeppelin, thanks to her secondary capabilities. Although with the reduced efficiency of that specific gear. Overall, she gets 3 fighters, 3 dive bombers, and 2 dive bombers in a third slot, and 2 secondary guns. Alright. And of course she has augment module, but not personal one yet. And for a very long time, it seems. So, how is Zeppy? Of course, the gears I have for now on her are the outdated, dinosaur-aged Junkers, Ironblood's die bombers, GU-87C, and then the well-known Messerschmitt on her fighter slot. So, of course, now we have to go to the skills. She has 2 skills. Taste My Wrath and Ironblood Hatchling. Let's go with the Taste My Wrath. Well, okay. I guess the translation is different compared to the in-game and the wiki, so I'm gonna read on wiki side. During battle, increases... excuse me. During battle, increases on firepower by 80 every 8 seconds. When this effect is stacked 3 times, so that's 8 in 3 times. Beep, beep. 70? No, 50. Wait a minute. Unfortunately, I didn't count beforehand. Let me take this calculator for just a real quick. 8 in 3 is 24 seconds. Fires special barrage, then clears effect bonuses. If equipped with light cruiser gun, enhances special barrage. Okay, I have experienced this, so let me shortly explain this. If you do not have light cruiser gun on Zeppy, her barrage is mix of AP and normal ammo. But if you have cruiser gun instead, it all transforms, it changes into AP barrage, frontal barrage. Alright, now with the Ironblood hatchling. During battle, increases own air power, anti-air, and reload by 5% per allied Ironblood ship in the fleet. So this is very simple. She is buffing herself, increases the aviation, AA, and reload of this ship by 5% for each Ironblood ship in your fleet at the start of the battle. I guess this was differently phased. But per allied Ironblood ship in the fleet, so that's 5%. 5? Excuse me, my yawning. 6 slots, she takes 1, so that's 5%. What? No, what? Mispronouncing, excuse me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25% if the entire fleet is Ironblood ships. So that's big buff to herself. Now then, now that we have watched her skills, and of course, for the navy or for the fleet I use, I have to be honest, it's not well suited in this video how to make her work. If I want to make her work, I have to send Bismarck here, and then either Peter Strasser with her over here to give extra buff, or okay, Bismarck's Way gave other buffs from the other fleet, so that's fine. Okay, I will return this for a bit. in a voiceover and see you there. Alright, shipmates. Lucky Mia's voice over here. Zeppy! Zeppy. We're gonna feel her wrath after this one. It took me some thinking. Sorry, adjusting my chair. She got me thinking how special she is. Because, one, she can have secondary armament like the Ryuho, Shoiho, that one Sakura Empire carrier. The first ones. That gives you XP bonus to carriers, and then there's was it Baron? And then the others? Look, all I'm trying to say is, she is the first ones to have secondary armament as a carrier, okay, with the light cruiser gun or heavy cruiser gun, whatever you say it. And then there is the newest one, Fritz Rume, who has not just a light cruiser gun, but automatically a ghost heavy cruiser gun for self-defense, and in Zeppy case she can improve her barrage. Unfortunately, in this video background, I used wrong level to fully capitalize her skills, because the enemies die too fast. In the reason, my Vanguard are lower level for those map 13 to 3 and 14 ones, so whoops in that department. So, Zeppy as a Ironblood Graf Zeppelin Chan version. This is really hard not to crack. Why? She's kinda odd spot to me. Look, you have carrier that has secondary guns, but also you have capability to give her full strike, air strike, you know? 2 die bomber slots, okay? 2 die bombers. And of course there are other ships, characters that can give her buff. In this case, if you have the Friedrich Chan, she can give this special barrage to every Chan that are in the same fleet with her, so Zeppy could give that barrage. And then, if you want to give more buffs to Zeppy, then you have the support from Bismarck's Way from the other fleet. If you want to make her airstrikes reload faster, you go with the Peter Strasser and Bismarck to give more aviation support to Zeppy. Of course, let's not forget. During battle, increase his own air power, anti-air and reload by 5% per allied airplane ship in the fleet. So in Wiki, I think that means her aviation and anti-air and reload for her. Why am I yawning? Excuse me. the reload 5%, so that's 20 or more. So she is a unique, I say, a very unique carrier to Armblor have. Of course, she may lose some aviation capabilities, but in return she has 3 fighters and 2 secondary guns. So if there are like rushing enemies towards your back fleet, yes, Zeppy might lose in an HP way. Thanks to her firepower, okay, it's not the best, but it's still there. And the secondary armament capability, she could work in chapter 14. She could work, but she really needs support from the other characters to make her work. Not just survive there, but also make more damage to them, so that they will never reach the back fleet. So, I'll be honest, I haven't used Zeppy a really long time. Why? Well, it's not just because she gets her buff, but she doesn't give buff to any other. Yes, she can protect the back fleet with her secondary gun, only a few seconds. But that's about it. She's a very unique one. A very unique. And of course, if you have ever watched any Azur Lane related stuff, manga, there is a Zeppy getting cocked by Graf Zeppelin's fishing rod. Well, Graf Zeppelin was on a fishing. Then, during her fishing, Zeppy got lost again and wound up, found her way somehow in Graf Zeppelin hook. So that's one way. And I highly recommend don't make her too angry so you don't feel her wrath, but it's just her thing, okay? It's just her thing to say, taste my wrath. Tries to be intimidating, I think. She tries to be intimidating to you. And then I think she is usable. Not against bosses, I think. Maybe a good against those mob fleets. And that's about it. That's all I can think about Zeppy. She is good in her own way. She has secondary armament capabilities. Funnily enough, although Graf Zeppelin was designed to have 12 150mm guns as her secondary battery for her aircraft carrier. and Azur Lane Graf Zeppelin does not have that secondary armament capabilities, but Zeppy has. So she is unique in that way. She is unique that way. And you have to wait 24 seconds to make her fire her her barrage. Every 8 seconds. But let's not forget, when this stack reaches 3 times, her firepower, that is 177 in level 125, add 18 on that. So she gets like 100, somewhere 215, somewhere in that. Her firepower increased, and the second one comes somewhere like 330, and the final third 8 seconds he then fires her special barrage, that, and after that barrage fired, it clears the bonus, so it's back to the 180s, whatever her stat is in your board. And this is improved if you give her light cruiser gun, but you lose one plane just to improve her defense capabilities. So that's about it. She is good against convoys, but not she is mob fleets, but not good against boss fleets. You can try her in a boss fleet, because it's all up to you how you build her, what gears do you give her, that's all it matters. And of course the ones I used, Junkers and Messerschmitt, they were just a basic there, because how rarely I use her. I just give them like she is ready to go in a way, but not seriously ready to go. What is your opinion about Zeppy? Have you tasted her wrath? Are we going to feel her wrath after this one? We shall see. We shall see. Thank you so much for watching. My name is LuckyMias205. And I see you in the next one. Please take care of yourselves. And I see you in the next time.